Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to my booktube channel about books and reading and stuff. In this video I want to look at the anti-TBR tag, which was started by Nicole and her books. I'll link in the description below to that. This is a fun tag. Usually on booktube people are recommending books, talking about the books they love. This tag is about talking about the books you don't like, the authors you don't like. So let's see what we have. First question on the tag is a book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. I thought about this for a while and I would choose A Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I like John Green, I like his personality, I follow his YouTube videos, Vlogbrothers, with his brother Hank Green, but I have no interest in reading A Fault in Our Stars. I read Paper Towns. I like the premise of Paper Towns, the idea that there's places on the map that don't really exist, they're just created by the cartographers. I studied geography, so this appealed to me, but I wasn't really interested in the characters, the geeky boy and the sort of outlandish girl, and I hear from others that a lot of John Green's books are very similar with the characters, and it doesn't appeal to me. Question number 2 is a classic book or author you have no interest in reading. Okay, a book I have no interest in reading is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. It's a very long book and I don't like the title. Les Miserables sounds like a very miserable title for me. And an author would probably be Ernest Hemingway. He's a very macho author. Maybe I don't have enough testosterone. I did read The Old Man and the Sea. I didn't like it. I thought it was too long, it was too boring. I'm not someone that likes fishing and hunting, and the idea of something like Death in the Afternoon about bullfighting just doesn't appeal to me at all. So I'll leave Ernest Hemingway to his fans. Question number 3, an author who we have no interest in reading. There's plenty of these. When I worked in the public library in the 1980s, Catherine Cookson was the most popular author. As soon as we got the books back, they were taken out before we could even put them on the shelves. But romance doesn't have any interest for me, and Catherine Cookson doesn't have any interest for me. The second part of this tag is a problematic author you have no interest in reading. There's a couple that come to mind. There's Ayn Rand. I don't like her idea of objectivism. I don't like the way she's very critical of the state helping people who need help. And she was a bit of a hypocrite herself. I've got no interest in reading her books. Also Salman Rushdie. I did read a short story of his. He doesn't do plot very well. It has interesting characters and atmosphere, but it doesn't do plot very well. I've got no interest in reading Satanic Verses and only a very mild interest in reading Midnight Children. I think he's overhyped. Number 4, an author who you've read a couple of books by and have decided their books are not for you. I think this would be Alice Smith. I read The Accidental. I didn't like The Accidental. I found it too pretentious and fey. It was just not my thing at all. I then read Public Library and Other Stories by Alice Smith, and I did like some of this, but these are very short stories. I don't think I could take another novel by Alice Smith. Number 5, a genre you have no interest in or you tried to get into and couldn't. I said before, romance, also fantasy romance. I've got no interest in that. Any vampire romance, no. Anything with zombies in, I'm not interested in. There's a couple of good vampire books I've read, like Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin and Interview with the Vampire were good, but vampire romance, no thank you. Number 6, a book you have bought but you will never read. This is a strange one. I don't usually buy books that I don't intend to read, and these 2 books I did intend to read but I probably won't read. The first one is this. This is The Master Algorithm by Pedro Domingos. I'm interested in algorithms. I'm interested in how they work because they're so influential on the movies that are made, on the YouTube algorithm that decides what videos we'll watch, etc. But this was too technical for me. I was completely lost. I'm not a computer scientist. It went beyond me. So the second is this. Again, it's my lack of understanding here because my Georgian is not very good. This is Sultan Saba Obeliani, his fables. This is aimed for 6-year-olds in Georgia, but it's beyond me. I'm reading Dumbadze's Lexis, which is also aimed at 6-year-olds, but this is rather simpler for me, and I might get through this during the winter. It's taking me a long time, but I'm making some progress. Number 7, a series you have no interest in reading. Well, that's easy. That would be Twilight. I said vampire romance. No, thank you. And finally, number 8, a new release you have no interest in reading. Well, this would be The Promised Land by Barack Obama. There's nothing against Barack Obama, I don't read political memoirs. I don't read much about politics at all. I'm interested sometimes in political figures from the past. I really enjoyed this, The Young Stalin by Simon Sebag Montefiore. It's not because I like Stalin, he was a monster, but this is a fascinating read about how he came to be the monster he was. In French there's this saying, à chacun son goût, to each their taste. My taste, my thoughts may be very different to yours. If you don't like what I said, please feel free to comment below. We can discuss this. Just because I don't like a book doesn't mean it's not a worthy book. This is just my taste, my take on this tag. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.